This is seriously the best that y'all could do. So they ended up adding the Vacation Squad event to the game, and as you can see, the mastery reward is this two can do this knife. Granted, the event is pretty easy, and it's not like most of the events in the game where you just kind of mindlessly grind out XP. You actually have challenges to do for this one, which I've gone on record before saying that those are my preferred events to do in Call of Duty. It makes it feel like less of that carrot on a stick mentality and more like I'm actually working to unlock something that way. But if we come over here to the event tab, you can see the challenges here. You know, obviously you can either do it in multiplayer, Warzone, or Zombies. Unfortunately, at this point, I'm not able to actually see what the Warzone or Zombies ones are just because I already did them in multiplayer, but again, I would recommend doing them in multiplayer. The challenges were get 20 operator kills with the Jag Purifier kit, get 2 operator hipfire kills without releasing the trigger using an LMG 10 times, get 20 operator kills with a Kimbo equipped on a handgun while sliding, get 15 operator kills with a thermobaric grenade or thermite, deploy 5 counter UAV, or advanced UAV kill streaks, and then finally get 10 operator kills with the RGL-80 launcher, and then you unlock the two can do this knife. The event ends in 6 days, and overall, like, you know, the rewards are cool and all. You get a double XP token, a large decal, a weapon sticker, an emblem, a double battle pass XP token, and the Splashstone calling card, which, honestly, out of all of these, I think the calling card is my favorite. It's just getting to a point of some of these events, you know, I was very positive early on in the year with a lot of the events and rewards they were putting in the game because they were genuinely really cool, but I feel like the last couple events that I've covered, they've just been really underwhelming. We had the World Ender Blueprint, which literally took us a month to technically be able to unlock. That one was really underwhelming. The Retro Warfare event, the Bit Blaster thing, was just not good at all. But the Game Over Camo you unlocked on the way to that was actually really cool, so maybe that was enough to redeem it. But then we got this with this blueprint here, and yeah, I don't know, some of these events are just really starting to feel kind of filler. Anyway, beyond all that, they ended up adding the Get Higher mode to the game, which is essentially like Get High 2.0. Unfortunately, though, the servers have still been kind of hit or miss. I was on the other day, and it seemed to be working just fine, but then there was like another point where it wasn't working, so I don't know what they've been doing. We're talking about a multi-billion-dollar company that is now owned by a $3 trillion company, that being Microsoft, and yet their server blades are still running in the back of a McDonald's apparently, so you know, that's a thing. They ended up adding a new aftermarket part to the game for the KVD Enforcer, which is pretty cool. To unlock this, it's a lot like the other aftermarket parts that they've added to the game where you just gotta complete like all the weekly challenges for the, or at least 5 of the weekly challenges for the week, and then you unlock it, and basically it just makes it a 2-round burst weapon. There's a long delay between the shots, but I mean, the KVD Enforcer in itself was usually like a 2 to 3 shot weapon, so it's just kind of, I don't know, I guess makes it a bit more lethal, and that's cool. Can y'all feel my enthusiasm? Don't get me wrong, I still love this game. I'm still having an absolute blast with it. I'm just wondering what's been going on with some of these events lately, because like I put all this time into grinding stuff out, and yeah, sure, like the one that I did yesterday, it didn't even take me an hour to complete, but it's still one of those things like, dog, I hopped on the game to put the time in to grind it, and it was just huh? Like, what in the world is even happening with this game right now? Like, it is literally breaking before our eyes. So far, things seem okay in terms of lag. I mean, we'll see how things go as the game goes on. I don't know how things are from an audio front, because I'm not even gonna lie, when I make these Call of Duty videos, I don't have any audio. Like, I could wear headphones, but sometimes when I wear headphones, I have a tendency to, like, yell. So hopefully the audio isn't doing that weird thing that it's been doing for, like, a week now, where it just kind of, like, randomly cuts out as the game goes on. But otherwise, yeah, I don't know. It's sort of been a thing lately where, like, I start these videos intending to show off some of the things I unlocked, and then I want to get into the game and talk about things, and but at this point, there's not really a whole lot to talk about. You know, like Black Ops 6 is right around the corner. Season 5 is coming out in 3 weeks, where hopefully the events will be a bit better than what they've been in Season 4. I mean, like, from a new content perspective, they've still been knocking it out of the park when it comes to, like, you know, the new maps and weapons and camo grinds and stuff, you know, like that stuff's cool. I'm really liking the fact that they added those new weapon prestiges to the game. It's a really nice callback to Modern Warfare 2019 with Obsidian camo, for example, where, like, even after you complete the main camos, you still have stuff to unlock. Oh, yeah, here's the lag kicking in. You guys see it again, how it gets real jittery. Like, I don't understand what's happening with their servers, dog. It's been like this ever since Season 4 Reloaded dropped, and yet they're just not fixing their game, and it's one of those things where it's like, dog, I paid $100 for this game, and while, yes, you know, I've gotten a lot of playtime out of it, I would like to continue to play it until Black Ops 6 releases, but it's been almost unplayable for over a week at this point, and it's just like that across every mode. Even in Zombies, like, it's kind of hit or miss, and in Zombies, it's almost essential, I would say, that you can be guaranteed stable servers servers while you play the game because, I mean, if you know how zombies works, if you get kicked out mid-match or if anything happens, you could potentially lose a lot of the stuff that you infilled with. And while, yes, they put out a bunch of updates to where usually once you get back on, it'll kind of like give you some of your stuff back, it's still something where like there's a chance that they don't do that and you potentially lose out on a lot of stuff. And say you just crafted like a ray gun kit, which takes like 2 full real-life days to recharge. Yeah, that kind of sucks. I mean, you guys are seeing it. I mean, like, this isn't editing trickery. I mean, I'm trying to play the game, and it's just lagging to an extent of where, like, it's getting worse and worse as the game goes on. So I don't even know what to do at this point. I don't even care, dude. You guys know me. I'm Mr. Positive. I am always defending Call of Duty. I'm always, you know, shilling out for this game, talking about my love for the franchise. But when I'm literally playing it, and the events have been as underwhelming as the last 3 have been, the game is literally breaking down, it's just into shambles before my very eyes. I mean, I don't even know what I'm supposed to say. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I kind of just want to quit out of the match and end the video, if I'm going to be honest. I've been with this franchise since Finest Hour on the PS2, and I'm just, I mean, I don't know. I'm getting to that point of where I'm just looking at it, and I'm like, what am I even doing? What's even going on? You'll see people complain all the time online about, you know, some of the petty stuff, right? Like, some of the monetization, which, I mean, you know, to an extent I can understand, right? Like, the bundles are pretty crazy. It's definitely been hampering the game's identity for years now. There was also a lot of questions going around just with, you know, around this game's development in general behind the scenes with the quick turnaround with, like, the 18-month development or something like that. But I don't know. It's just really making me sad. And the funny thing is, I bet if I would go back and play a game like Call of Duty 4 or like Modern Warfare 2, the original Modern Warfare 2 from, you know, 2009, the servers would probably be running better than this is. And sure, it's because those games run on peer-to-peer connection, so it's solely relying on your connection and the people you're playing with, but like, dog, this is a game from 2023, still being supported in 2024, like the year that we're living in, and it's just breaking. And again, as much as I do love this game and have been loving this game, there's just been so many strange issues throughout the year, whether it be small little menu and UI bugs to, you know, actually like game-breaking bugs like during Season 1 Reloaded, like we're seeing here with Season 4 Reloaded, that time where everybody's stats got reset for like an entire day and we were all level 1, and that was the whole thing there, and it really just proved to us how easily we could all lose all of this stuff that we spend hours, days, weeks, months grinding for. And it's part of why, like I've been saying in recent times, you know, it's just one of those things where the more that live service has ramped up in modern gaming and every game starts to slowly feel the same with its battle passes and its rollout of content and its marketing and its direction and everything like that, it's quite easily an 80-20, if not a 90-10 split where easily 90% of the time nowadays, I'm just playing single-player games, and 10% of the time, I'm playing Call of Duty. Now, granted, I play a lot of video games, so 10% for me is still a lot of time. I mean, you guys can see it here. I'm still level 796. I complete all the events. I complete all the battle passes. I have literal hundreds of hours in this game. I believe, I'd have to check the actual times, but I believe I'm approaching, if not already approached, 300, heading on to 400 hours. So yes, I have put a lot of time into this game, but it's still one of those things where it's like, I've been playing enough to complete the battle passes and the events, and then beyond that, I don't know, it's just kind of been like, alright, I'm just gonna go back to playing whatever single-player game I'm going through at the moment, because I play a wide range of games, right? Like everything from the Atari 2600 up to modern-day consoles, so, you know, there's plenty of games for me to go through and play, and honestly, at this point, if this is how it's gonna be, I mean, I'll just go back to what I was doing. You know, at least those games I don't gotta worry about servers breaking and stuff. You know, I still love Call of Duty. I'll still hop on and just genuinely play for fun without worrying about battle passes or ranks or events, but yeah, I don't know, just really makes me sad. In fact, I'm looking at my shelf right now and I can see the first Call of Duty I ever purchased. Let me just grab it real quick. Now, when I say that I've been with this franchise for a very long time, I mean it. Call of Duty Finest Hour on the PS2. You can even see the old GameStop. Like, these are the old GameStop stickers. These are like, you know, from way back in the day, because like nowadays, obviously, I mean, even like what, partway through like the 360 PS3 generation, they started doing the newer tags, right, where they kind of have the logos all over them. But no, these are like the OG tags from back in the day. So that's how you know I've had this copy ever since way back then. And I even got the manual and everything like that. I've always loved this franchise. I'll always love this franchise, but I don't know, man. Just stuff like this, the way things have been going for like the last, I don't know, like, especially the last week ever since Season 4 Reloaded dropped, but also just, like, in general, just a bunch of funky things throughout this year. I'm kind of scared, but I'm hopeful for Black Ops 6. Hopefully they can fix some of the issues that we've been experiencing during Modern Warfare 3. Oh, and by the way, just to show my devotion and sheer love for Call of Duty Finest Hour, I even purchased it on the original Xbox. Like, this is one of those games where I actually purchased it twice. Anyways, I've been rambling and moping for a while now, so I guess we'll just conclude things there then. But anyway, as always, massive shout out to all the patrons and channel members to get all in the low ball tier, and big shout out to all in the big ball tier, my last game of Dan Man and big shout outs on DJ Run, and eventually let's just thank you guys so much, you guys are literal legends. I love you. Thank you guys for watching. Have an amazing day, stay beautiful. I love you all. Peace.